Hello! Greetings everyone. I hope you are doing well. It is me, Jack, and I have returned from the fun test stream we did earlier. Without further ado, it's a little too early, but it's fine. I am just going to open up the world. That sounds good. So let's do anyone can join and don't show in session list. Nice. Perfect. I have my Twitch chat over here. I'm just gonna stand up here. Because I need to play. Oh, this is a grabber receiver surface. Beautiful. Okay, where's the streaming dialog though? There it is. Let's see how I'm gonna do that. We definitely want a camera anchor. Somewhere there. So I can snap the camera there, set it to world. Oh, you can't. No, you can't see it. That's just out of the frame. It is very bright. Alright, so might as well get started. Let me quickly whip out the tool here. Okay, so welcome. Not sure how often I'm gonna be able to do this, but I have planned to make a semi-regular workshop now, where people can come and ask questions, and I'm gonna try to help them with their LogiX projects or just in general problems or questions they have about Neos. Because I think at this point I am fairly well versed in how most of the stuff here works. At least good enough that I can definitely show some people the ropes. I'm not really sure how this is gonna go in regards to how many people are gonna show up. I have done a little bit of advertising for myself, but then again I don't really have many followers, so... and I think I might quickly copy the session URL and actually add that to the Discord post edit while we are working for, or while we are waiting for people to show up. So let's go to this Neo Streams, edit, that did not work how I wanted. Is there a reason that Shift Enter doesn't work? Apparently not. Well, it's unfortunate. How am I gonna do that without the keyboard then? Yeah, I might just have to quickly do that with the actual keyboard. So excuse me for a moment while I'm going to crumble up in the corner there so I can actually use my keyboard to add a session link. Let's hope I don't fall down here. Almost. There we go, perfect. Well, not perfect because I don't see that interface anymore, but there we go. I'm a professional. I am a professional. I know exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, session is up. It's 5 minutes up until the time I announced we will start, so if people want, they can already join. If no one joins, then I'm just gonna be rambling on for myself for a couple of hours. Let's see, did I set everything up correctly? This should be... Oh, it looks good. Don't want autosave, that's correct. Asset cleanup 300 seconds, that's also good. And I should show up in the session browser. Actually, maybe it saves the changes. So it saves the name of the world that changed. So I'm gonna just freeze here for a second. While this is serializing. There we go. Maybe I need to stand behind here. Would that look more professional? I'm small though, so I'm gonna spawn a box. Box. There we go. Perfect. I am basically standing here like a professional. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna slowly... I'm gonna have the chat here. Nice, yeah, that works. So yeah, if you have never seen Neos before, this is Neos. It's a social VR sandbox kind of game where people can come in and they can build stuff and they can work on stuff and we can program, right? We have a built-in programming language in Neos, which is called LogiX. So I can do my favorite presentation here. I can say, I take an input, for example. Let's actually do t divided by 10. So this is a node, and I can get an output from it, and you see this actually changes in real time because LogiX is a real-time programming language. And I can then use that to create code. So for example, I have this node here, the hue node, which converts a number into a color. And if that number is changing, then the color it creates is also changing. And like this, we have the real-time like definition of a hue shifting color, basically. But that's not all, because this is Neos, and we can actually use the results from the program here, and we can connect them to the world. So for example, I could edit the table here. I could grab the table's material, which you can see here. This is basically, if you've seen Unity before, this is basically the material that's used to render the mesh of the table here. And I can grab an interface card of that, which has a lots of slots basically. So the way this works is the actual material here has a lot of settings that can be changed. Let's actually step in front of it. So the actual material here has a lot of settings that can be changed like manually, but you can also spawn out an interface card and change all of these things programmatically. So for example, I can grab our color that we have just defined and I can hook it into the albedo color. And now we have a rainbow table. And it's just gonna stay that way because We told her to. Which is kind of cool. I know, I like showing this off. So let's do some, let's see, if maybe I'm gonna make this a bit smaller and then this can just stay here. I like showing off how LogiX works. If anyone has any questions, that's the reason why I'm hosting this workshop. You can either come by into the world, oops, not what I wanted, or you can just ask them in chat, and because I have my little chat interface here, I can interact with it. And I can hopefully answer your question. There we go, beautiful. Now we've already customized the workshop world, yes! Yes, it's mine now. So, oh, yeah, that works too. Like that. Let's just put the notes on the table. Sure, there's a joke there somewhere. Also, I just realized this material is actually used everywhere. The entire building is now rainbow. I love it. That's actually pretty neat. Pretty neat. Let's make sure this actually functions the way it's supposed to. I see the Twitch stream seems to be live. I can probably actually pause the playback there. Yeah, okay, Google is getting YouTube is annoying me again because apparently my keyframes aren't good enough for it. But I'm just gonna ignore that because I did a test stream and it looked fine, so yeah. Also, is there a reason I don't have a chat here? No. No, I don't want to leave the chat. I honestly just want to have my chat. There we go. That didn't reset the key, did it? Ooh. Oh, I think my chat actually... I might have lagged too much. That must have been when I saved the world earlier. 1802, that's a while ago. Oh. Might still have to tune my code a bit for the multi-chat. But everything still seems to somehow hold up, which is amazing. I kind of wanted to start streaming a lot sooner, but I couldn't because this chat wasn't working. Because I had to ask the nice people at the Google API team for a quota extension first. Because the default quota wasn't enough for me. They gave it to me, it took a month, but I got it now. So it's fine. Stacking LogiX. Let's see, I can probably pull this a bit closer. I wonder if I should get my full body setup next time. Oh, and I just realized we don't really need that text there anymore. Or I guess I can probably adjust that actually, because if I can find my notepad. Because I did make some notes earlier. And I wanted that text here. copy. And paste. Oh, that's a bit too much. Perfect. No, no line break. I said perfect. No, don't, no save changes, please. Thank you. Why is it not at the... Oops. OBS, why are you not aligned? There we go. Fixed it. I'm a professional streamer. I have a moving text now. One that actually says right things. And so I might actually, because this is really bright, I might turn this down a bit. Spotlight. Let's turn it maybe down to 80. That's still pretty bright. 60. Yeah, that's better. You might be able to tell that I have not really used this world much before, so kind of gonna take a bit for me to get used to everything in here. Yep, and as I said before, if anyone has any questions, please do let me know. I'm gonna do my best to answer everything as best as I can. I mean, that's why I'm here. Because I like questions. And if I don't get them, I'm gonna be sad. Because then I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here the entire time. Should have probably made some notes in the beginning. I'm trying to think, what could I be working on when no one shows up? I was messing around a bit with some camera stuff, like moving camera anchors around a bit. I had also a while ago... I have an idea. Do I like that idea? I haven't decided yet. If no one else shows up, I'm gonna play with a ball. Ball. No. Missed it. Boop. Boop. Very nice ball. Whee. It's gonna be really cool when Neos actually gets proper rigid body physics. Then we don't have to code our balls anymore. Oh, the ball is gone. Well, nothing I can do about that, I guess. Oh, yes, maybe. Ah, got it. Yes! Haha. I'm good at catching, I guess. Ooh. Oh, it actually has a grab. Ah, that's useful. You stay there then, ball. So, I know what I'm gonna do. I am going to build the camera exclude tooltip into my multi-tool. And for that, I have to do a little bit of cursed stuff. Because my multi-tool is kind of over-engineered. But it at least gives me something to do while I'm waiting for people to show up. So let's see, I think I had... how did this work? So projects, tools. Right, so just gonna make a new folder. Camera exclude tool. And then I'm going to folder the cloud spawn module. So let's see. First of all, I'm gonna need the default one so I can compare. And I guess I'm gonna need a second copy of my tool here. Can I put it on the ball? No. No. Big sad. Right, so I can probably just copy a tool that already exists. This is gonna be tool module camera exclude. And I am going to... So I just realized lasers probably shouldn't be hidden in here. I might also put this into funny third person view, so it's kind of moving around a bit more. So idea, how did this work? I have the tool slot, I have the tool, which in this case is the dev tooltip, which I guess I just want to have as the data, dynamic, no, wrong, tools, tooltips, interactive camera object exclude. That of course spawned a whole bunch of stuff that we don't want. So this is gonna be camera exclude. So dynamic reference variable, tool reference is going to be this one. Then this should have a driver, I think. Yeah, tip reference, and we want to put that there. Probably don't want object root on this. No. Okay, so let's see. No object root, no grabbable. Tip reference, UI sprite, we don't have that. UI name is gonna be camera exclude. UI color, okay, so for that I will create a new empty object and just spawn the thing manually. So I'm gonna go to create a new slot here, empty object, I'm gonna do tools. And I'm going to choose the interactive camera object exclude tip, and attaching that component will just spawn everything else I need. So now I have a working tooltip, and this is the same color pretty much as the LogiX tooltip, which is unfortunate. Because I kind of want unique colors for everything. So what's a very camera color? Preferably one that I don't have yet. I think green could work. Because the camera anchors are somewhat green, and I so far only have cyan, kind of, like a dark cyan for the teleport tool. So I think I'm gonna try green. Primary color is gonna be greenish. There we go, green. Secondary color is gonna be green but dark. think a bit yellowish, more for green. Like this. That looks good. So now we have the camera exclude, equip name, apply to object root. Oh, that's the setting actually. This thing. We could make a toggle for that actually, thinking about it. Because why not? Although I should probably see camera exclude. So UI name. Camera exclude but gray. UI color is gonna be, let's quickly grab a second inspector here so we can just copy that over. So the way my tool works, which is somewhat cursed, I think I want to have this one. So 0105, 009. Basically I have a lot of empty slots on my tool and I just call in only the tools that I actually need right now. Which is not really a supported feature, so this is pretty jank to set up. Maybe I shouldn't show that off on the first stream that I do, and also someone joined, it's Nordwick! Yay! Already hiding myself behind my inspectors here. Wait, I'm gonna hide myself here, and he won't even be able to see where I am, because I'm so well hidden. No, he can't see me. I'm hidden.
There mighty be.
Hey yo.
Hello.
I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Welcome to my first workshop. I actually managed to do it for once.
Nice.
Yes. I'm very happy, very excited.
You're live on Twitch or?
Yes, and on YouTube.
Ah, nice.
Both. Multi-streaming with a very real, like surprisingly well working plugin I found for OBS that literally just copies the RTMP stream. And it works. Just need to find settings that work for both platforms. YouTube does scream at me like from time to time that like, hey, you're like you don't have enough like I think the I think it's looking for iframes or something, and it's like they aren't enough for YouTube, but that error kind of goes away after a while, so I don't worry about it. Yeah. Also, let's see, I can do group, and now, well, that didn't work. Shouldn't group include all of us? So far that did not work. Okay, wait, I can't, I know how Neos works. I can figure this out. Can't figure this out, damn it. I know the camera has a setting to keep someone always in view, but I don't know how to... Users? Nordwick. Ooh, okay, I see. I can change stuff here, and I can make you always in view. Oh no, now it's only looking at you. Wait, what? How do I make it include both of us?
I think when I set it to group, then
I said I did. I guess.
Yeah, but I have to stay close enough, like to me to see something.
Maybe if I move it away further, it's gonna pick it up. Interesting. I'm learning everything here. Oh, but that's cool. I can just set you to be the focus for the camera. And I can also... I'm not sure what these buttons do. I don't... Don't think they do anything. Oh no, I can. Don't include me? No. Ah, I found the button that always keeps you in frame. Nice. Okay. I guess the other button just keeps you never in frame? Okay. Well, I'm figuring this out as I go along, so it's fine. So how have you been?
I'm okay.
I think I should probably turn the music a little bit down. There we go. I have been... busy with a lot of things. But...
What are you working on?
right now I am basically expanding my multi-tool to have the camera exclude tip on it. So this should already work, I think? No, it doesn't. Cool. Oh yeah, of course. Maybe I should actually put it into the multiplexer. That could work. So tools I want to set up for children here. And I want to set want to add one more. Where did I have to set that up again? I know there was a place somewhere here where I had to register them. I know, of course, how my multi-tool works. I mean, I made it, so obviously I didn't forget how everything works. Because that would be unprofessional, wouldn't it? Yeah, Cloud Spawn URI, I don't really have one yet for that one, so let's clear that before it overrides it or something. And... shouldn't there be a multiplexer here somewhere? Tool reference, multiple condition driver, UI spread, UI color, UI name. Sure, one of these did what I wanted to. Dynamic reference variable driver. Ah, I think I found it. I think I figured it out. Very good.
Nice.
Name is so long. Okay, but in theory... No, don't destroy selected, please. Go there. Let's see. So, exclude.
And did YouTube expanded your...
Yes! Yes.
Yeah?
It took a month after I filled out the form, but they did come back to me and were like, yeah, your use case seems to align with our usage guidelines, so here you go. And now I can actually use my chat. And
Nice.
it actually isn't slow as crap anymore. Which is amazing. Okay. Okay, I needed to do some really cursed stuff to make the cloud spawning work. But if I remember correctly, I had a template for that. No, it's not there. So let's see, objects. No. Multi-tool. No. Maybe I deleted my template. That would be a bit unfortunate. Or did I put it in my public folder? I don't think I did. Because that was really jank. delete my cloud spawn LogiX, please. Nice. I'm getting closer though. It's all doors. Yeah, I think I'm lost. Why is my inventory such a mess?
Neos.
Yes. What have you been up to? Have you been up to any nice projects lately?
Nothing.
Nothing? That's not
Nothing.
much.
No.
Why
I
did
had
you...
to work in the garden a bit.
Sounds like physical work.
Yes, I have to do more physical work.
My eternal enemy.
Yeah, mine too. But I'm at the point close before the point of no return.
Oh no.
So,
Well, I'm wishing you lots of luck with that though.
thank you.
I'm sure you're gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, I'm trying
Did
for over 20 years now to lose weight. It wasn't easy. Well, it didn't work.
To lose weight?
Yes.
Ah, okay. I guess physical work actually does help with that. Stuff? No, there should be my LogiX folder. Is it in this LogiX folder? It doesn't belong there. No, it's not. That's my ancient LogiX folder. I will really have to clean this up, won't I?
Probably.
I have a folder for templates, but it's not in there, which can... Oh wait, is that in here? Load the thumbnails. Yes, I found it! There we go. Everything is received here. Okay, so we want... I have step-by-step instructions there because I know I wouldn't remember. Oops. Deselect. Snap on cloud spawn goes into camera exclude. And then snap on cloud spawn, we set camera exclude to be the reference field. What does this have null logic references in it? Save the item by its root slot for cloud spawn use. Okay, so if I were to save this, that would now actually work. Let's actually move that to be in the tool. But before I save this, because I just saw that the camera exclude tip actually has an option there, which you can toggle, at least as on the component. So I think I'm going to quickly throw together a little radial menu item for that. So let's see, context menu. I want a Radiant UI context menu. I want a root context menu item, and I want a context menu item source. So this is gonna be called... Oh, actually, I think that I'm gonna be driving that. Also, I think I did this on the Ender tool, but if I'm not mistaken... let me actually quickly call that in so I can check. Hello! Why did the RTF break? Wait, you have no color. What? How do you have no color? You broke my chat, Nordwick. Choose a user color. Colorblind. Yes. This is amazing. Okay. That's good. I'm gonna make a picture of that, and then I have a bug report to work on after. Oh I mean, I guess I can work on that once I'm done here. Okay, I can't finger photo right now. NeosVR. There we go. See, that's something to work on for later. Oh, also, let's make sure. Okay, what I wanted to check is if I call in the Ender tool, because I remember I used it there. Tool slot, Ender tool, right, because this has context menu. And I had a dynamic value variable is equipped and is enabled. Oh god, that's interesting. Also, someone just joined. Yay! I see. This is gonna get more complex than I thought it would. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna give this one a parent. Camera exclude.
Parent.
Huh? So the thing has a setting here which is called apply to object root, which is something I can turn into a setting. Hello there, greetings. Welcome to the workshop. Let me know if you need any help. If you don't need any help, then I'm just gonna be here trying to get my multi-tool upgraded. Hope you're doing well. Wait, where's the camera thing? Oh, it's really far away because Nortwick is running around. Hope you're doing well. There, I can include you for the camera. There we go. So,
What
how are you?
With the monitor?
Huh?
So what you doing with your monitor?
I am currently adding a new tool module to it. My multi-tool is really over-engineered. And I'm adding the camera exclude tip to it because I started using streaming and this thing is really handy because I can make stuff disappear for the camera and make it reappear again. Which is cool. I can also make myself disappear. Now the camera can't see me. I'm not sure how useful that's going to be, but I can do it, so I will. Okay. Also, I'm trying to figure out how my context menu stuff here works because I seem to have a lot of stuff enabled on context menu items. Okay, that's just a multi-driver, so I have a multiple condition driver. It needs to be equipped and enabled, and then I value multi-driver. No, I only really need one of those. So let's see. I can also, if you do have any questions, just feel free to ask them. That's why I'm here. I can work on my stuff in my own time as well. I'm just doing it so I have something to do. Let's see. Or it's a tiny Nortwick. Wait, why are you? Yeah, I noticed something's wrong with the collider, right? Because you're not actually standing on the table. It's kind of high, which makes everything hover that you put on it, which is not too bad, but it looks a bit weird. Yeah, I haven't really used this world much before. But who knows? I mean, I was also working on my own map actually for workshop stuff, but it's not done yet. So I want to copy the is equipped, and I want to copy the is enabled, and this should by default, since this is off, good. Oh, and goodbye. They broke. And I have a value multi-driver. No, I just need the multiple condition driver, really. So the conditions are this value and this value, and then the multiple condition driver is going to drive. Oh, I broke the ender tool, but it's fine. This is going to drive, I think, just the enabled on the context menu item source. Yes. So you are driven by this. Okay, and now the other thing was I have a context menu. I have a dynamic value variable driver of type nullable chirality, which is a very long name. And the thing that I wanted to drive with that was, I think, this equipping side. Only for side on the root context menu item. So, there. Nice. So now I have the context menu here. And now I am going to do a common UI button interaction button toggle. It is going to toggle the apply to object root setting. So we do that, and then there is a very nice component in here which is called common UI, I think utility, no, then it was drivers. Value option description driver of type Boolean. Did I click the wrong thing? Oh yes, I did. I want Boolean. There we go. It's not a reference type, it's a Boolean. So that just looks at the same field. And then we have an option for true and false. You're gonna drive the label and the color. Technically I could also drive the sprite, but I don't really have anything for that to go by. And I'm gonna say if the reference value is false, then this is going to be red. And if it is true, it is going to be green somewhat. Oops. I attached a component. Not my intention. So let's see. The label on red is gonna be what did I call it? Oh, what is this thing called? It's called apply to object root. So on red it's gonna say don't apply to object root.
Should probably switch to POV to explain things in front of you.
Maybe that kind of makes sense, yes. Actually, that's a very good idea. Apply to object root. Do. It's gonna be off. Or you're just gonna say false, I think. And then we do the same with true. And I think the color that I want here is actually not pure green, but rather toggle affected by gravity. What did I use? 1 and 0.2 on the off. So this is gonna be red is gonna be 1, 0.2, 0.2, and green is gonna be 0.2, 1, 0.2. And apply to object root true. And now if I'm holding the tool, and only if I'm holding the tool, I can choose apply to object root true, false, true, false, true, false. Now we have more functionality. See, now it's already worth it that I made it a custom tool. Yep, I think that's everything I wanted here. So just holding it doesn't make the option show up. Having it equipped while another tool is selected also doesn't make the option show up. But if I have camera exclude selected, then I have the option show up. Yay! It works. Okay, now I'm gonna do the cursed thing. Now I'm gonna save it and set a cloud spawn link. Let's see. Projects, tools, camera exclude tool, cloud spawn module. Just grab this. Camera exclude and save. And then I want to press, I think, the cheese. I forgot if it was the cheese or the potato. I think it was the cheese. I know it's the best mod. I wish they would actually add labels. But I mean, that applies to the entire NeosUI.
Yeah, now I remember what this mod was for.
It's a great mod.
Yeah.
Where's their cloud spawn URI? I think that should be right. No, I should do that after it's synced, because otherwise it's a local URI, and that's not gonna really help me much. Yeah, NeosDB, that sounds better. Okay, good. So now I have the camera exclude there. Oh, I should have. I gave it the wrong name. It should be called camera exclude tool. Need to adhere to my own naming convention, right?
Yeah.
So let's save that again. As long as this is the last time I can make changes to it easily. I mean, I can still make changes to it afterwards, but I'm gonna have to set the cloud spawner up because that self-destructs. Nice, that looks like a NeosDB link. And I guess that should work. So I did camera exclude. Okay, so let's see. So in theory, if I were to delete the tool now, if everything worked, now it's grayed out, and if I click the button, it loaded. Apply to object root. With the ball there still. Apply to object root true. Should probably make that. Nice. So now I have the camera exclude tab, and now I can camera exclude, and it cloud spawns. Which is what I wanted.
Nice.
Now I just need to save this as a new version of my multi-tool. Also, let's actually set this to the dev tool though. And my stuff, and save. I didn't give it a new version number. No. I mean, the tool didn't change, I just added some more stuff to it, I guess. And now I have the thing freshly spawned, new tool, camera exclude, and then I can camera exclude Nordwick, and now Nordwick is invisible to the camera. There, you're visible again.
How dare you?
Okay, nice. Right, I just noticed another thing that is not super perfect, which is that the presentation ball controller here actually shows the button when you have a tool enabled. And if I am not mistaken, because I literally just saw that, I can go to the... What? Context menu left, context menu right? What? Why did he... Why did he make two versions of that? I guess so you could remove it if you don't want it? Exclude on tools. Exclude on tools. That's better. I guess I should probably then also save this again. Wait, let me save it after destroying the ball. Save. Oh no, it's actually no longer a shadow picture in the preview. Have you seen our ball? I think you've seen our ball, right? What? Ball. Ball.
I think.
It's the
what is that?
presentation ball. We used it for our presentation.
What was the presentation?
Well, I mean, the idea was that the person that holds the ball was the one talking, so the camera operators could follow more easily. So we just tossed it around in between us, like during the presentation, and then at the end when we did the Q&A. Like, this was really fun, because in the stage word we actually had this hooked up to a spotlight, so we had a spotlight that was basically tracking this with a little delay, and that looked really cool. And when you were tossing it to someone, they were catching it, it would like put them in the spotlight, basically. Because the entire audience otherwise would be pretty dark. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. No, it fell. Also, I think Autopilot did an amazing job with the LogiX physics in this thing. Bonk. 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 Let's go to group view again. Yeah, we are still, this is also gonna be a thing. I guess I can quickly check if I can fix the color thing now next. Because we want to like Jason from the Meta Movie team that was kind of overseeing the entire production of the Maker Talk series.
Yeah.
Really liked the tools we built, like because we had our slideshow system and like the ball and stuff. And once I do find the time for it, which is hopefully going to be soon, we want to see and actually turn if we can actually turn the presentation tools we did that were very botched and very made up on the spot into like a proper product. And we're kind of thinking we will probably try to actually implement a lot of PowerPoint-like functionalities in Neos. Like we kind of, like my idea for this is kind of I want to have a tooltip which is basically the PowerPoint tip. And you can like set up slideshows. You actually get like a timeline editor.
Yeah.
And then if you click an object, it would like make that object part of the slideshow. And then you could also choose like a fade in and fade out animations and whatnot. Like just a bunch of pre-baked animations that we basically prepare for that. It's probably extremely over-engineered, but it sounds like a really fun project. I mean, the entire talk was kind of about how we constantly over-engineer stuff, and then ironically we also over-engineered the entire talk. So much for that, I guess. Okay, what did I want to check? Right, I want to check on my live chat what's up with the color there. So would that be on message insert? I think it would be on message insert. Gonna quickly put that there. And maybe even go into smooth POV again for this. Right, so we have a... no, wait, that's the background color. That's not actually determining... Where did I add the user color to the... a message insert? No. On process queue, maybe? No, where did we actually put that together? On system message, on delete message, embed message, on select message changed. Data received? That's a bit early, no. Huh, I have legit no idea anymore where we actually handle the messages and create the text for the things there. Getting voice messages, I can't really listen to them right now. Website connection, select a message changed. Should be this one, right? That's instantiates the template. Duplicate and tag template, and it just puts the text in there. I'm writing the data. Oh, wait, that's just a component. I think I actually completely stripped that functionality out of the LogiX code. I think I actually just use a values format driver for these. Because I turned everything into... no, that's a queue item, so canvas, horizontal, vertical, content, there are templates. Okay, that's where I want to go. No, actually I can just focus on that. Right, so template message. That has a label and a text, and the text has a multi-value text format driver. And the... oh, it's just a dynamic variable, right? So... wait, that's the color. These have default values. I'm not sure if they work if the... no, they don't have default values. Dynamic value variable author color. Okay, so I want a default color in case there is no author color. That I can figure out by...
AFK for a moment.
Yep. String concatenation driver. No, what's the best way to do this? Reference equality driver. Now I guess I just want a value equality driver. Check if the string is empty. Is there an easier way to get the default value though? So value copy has no default value. Drivers. Value. Utility? No. Trying to think if there's a smarter way of doing this. Value text format driver. Okay, I might actually have to quickly get out a component searcher here. Because I am not sure. I want to figure out if there are better ways of doing this. So are there any special string is null components that I'm not aware of? String concatenation driver. Chris joined. Button string erase. Call string driver. String concatenation driver. That's under transform drivers. String concatenation driver.
And I'm back.
Welcome back. Null output when all are null. No, that's not what I want. So what's the easiest way to check if a value, like if a string is empty or null in components? I mean, I can just do value equality driver and then boolean value driver. I'm trying to figure out if there is some special component that basically does exactly that. Because I think I need a... Because if I do a value equality driver of type string, I do need to... Because I have like target value target. Use approximate comparison. So let's see. Value is my target value and I compare against 0. And you just write, I don't know, in the active state for now. So it's not equal to that. And it's still not equal to that. And it is now... No, now it is equal to it, yeah, so... Yeah, that does not work. So let's undo. Yeah. So the thing is, I'm gonna have to both compare for null and for just empty string, which is two different things, unfortunately. Transform drivers, and then I just want a dynamic value variable. Did I just use a text format driver here, right? So okay, value quality driver. Let's actually put that color evaluator. So I'm gonna need I am going to need a field to store it in, so data value field string. And then I am going to use the value equality driver. I need two of them. Value equality driver. Value equality driver string. Getting very confused. Do, 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 do. And empty and multiple condition driver, and I want any. I have my two conditions. That one's that is a little suboptimal. That okay, yeah, that's gonna be this is gonna get a bit ugly. Actually, this is getting too ugly for my taste. So let's do that differently. At this point, we might as well do it with LogiX. Because we do not need a lot of LogiX for that. We just want a... I'm gonna grab the red print over here. No, don't. Please stay. Please stay there. I am going to do a dynamic variable input string, because we already have the author color here. And then I'm gonna do a is null or empty. Is string empty. I think that one also catches null, right? Yes. And then we can just use a ternary. So if the string is empty, then we will use a fallback. Otherwise, if it's not empty, we're just going to use it. So if string is not empty, we are going to use it. And if it is empty, then we're going to use the default color, which in this case is just white, I guess. RGB, that's a lot of FFF should work. Right, yeah, that's just 3 channels. Okay. So if this is empty, which it is right now, but only because evaluate color evaluator. So I'm going to drive just the value field, and oops. There we go. And that I can just drop there. Whoop. So now we have the color evaluator here. Now we can actually use this instead of the... Let's see, so we have a color 0, so the first parameter is just gonna be on color evaluator. So this should make sure that now it's the custom color here. And if this actually were to be empty, then this should now be, yes, FFF, and this should be white. Nice. So let's undo that, I guess, because why not? Okay, fixed it. It's fixed in the template, which means if Nordwick were to send messages again, that should now work. Nordwick, want to send another Twitch message? I want to see if I fixed it.
Meine Arme, die haben einen Durchmesser von so einem Von so einer Klopapierrolle.
Hey you.
Hallo.
Wanna send another Twitch message? I wanna see if
Yes.
it fixed the everything is we don't have color bug. And no message? Did I break it? Uh-oh. Did you send a message?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Not good. Wow. Never use color. Wait, well, why the no my message no receive? Uh-oh. My WebSocket doesn't look like it stopped working. It's still connected. Why did I not catch that message? I never like stopped the code or anything.
I don't know, Jack.
It's broken. This was already the version where I fixed the bad bug, right? I think this was a version where I fixed that bug. It's not a system message, it's a message template. Never had it skip a Twitch message. YouTube was kind of iffy a couple of times, but Twitch so far actually should have kind of worked. That is concerning. Very concerning. Because I think the WebSocket connection part... There was a bug here, but I already fixed that. Was this queue? Did it even add it to the queue? No, I didn't. No, I didn't even receive it. That's not a bug in my LogiX, it's a bug in my code. Dear Python gods, why have you forsaken me? Test. Aww. Did it just completely die? Didn't give me any error message, but I guess it just... The Twitch connection just died. I created a chat handle for service Twitch. It never really... Chat ready joining room. Never really left the room. Well, I guess I'm going to restart my Python script then. Not sure what happened there. Because Twitch has been pretty robust so far, honestly.
I don't know. Never used it.
WebSocket disconnected. Okay, server's up running again and connected. And if I now go to Twitch and do another test. Forgot an O. Yeah, now it works again.
Should I write another
Yeah, you can do that. I guess we can now see if the thing broke or if my fix worked for the color. I don't know why you aren't associated with the color though. Didn't know that's possible. Yeah, okay. So you don't have the... It's using white now
Outside.
as default. It's fine.
Why
Huh.
I don't have color?
I don't know. I mean, it says you're orange, I guess. I mean, in the Twitch chat you are. I am honestly not sure why it doesn't give you user color. I think I just grabbed it from Twitch. I think if it's empty, that must mean the API didn't actually give you any user color.
I don't know.
I mean, I can't really debug my Python code with a VR headset on. That could get a bit tricky.
I mean,
Also-
I could select page white name color. I haven't done that.
Yeah, but my code should just grab a... Well, it creates a Twitch author if it doesn't have that, and the Twitch author gets a user color, get or create. And that should actually... user color, and that comes from the chat user, which is... No, we don't have a chat user. Get or create chat user. Huh. I guess I have a bug in there somewhere, so I'm gonna have to take a good look at that. I think the thing is my code caches though, so even if you were to change the user color, I don't think my chat would affect that until I restart the script again. Let's hope it doesn't break again, because that's very concerning. Did I maybe failed some keep alive? But I'm just using a library, that should just do that for me. Who knows? In any case, chat is improved. Chat is improved. So I'm gonna save that as new version. Actually, let's this time increment the version number. 1.2. See, that's how quickly version numbers grow. My stuff, projects, multi-chat. Boop. Didn't expect the color to be even able to be empty, but whatever. We got it now, it's fixed. We have it fixed. So yeah, anything you think we could work on, or any ideas or questions you have? Well, I guess you don't probably have a lot of questions.
But at the moment. At least not in my mind. My mind is empty.
That's good. Empty is always good. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go world again. Oops. Whoop. Camera, go back there. There we go. Nice. Da da. So, what other things did I break that I could fix right now? I could... Now I actually should probably check if any other messages got missed by this thing. Don't think so though. I mean, I guess ironically enough now, after all of the pain I went through, YouTube is gonna be the more reliable if Twitch just has some random bug where it like dies without even throwing an error message. I hope that's not a bad bug. I hope that's easy to fix. What I also wanted to check is, does Discord, because Discord should show me that I'm streaming, right? Yeah, live on Twitch. Okay, cool. So Discord actually shows that in my profile. That's pretty neat. With a link to my chat, to my stream. Although only for the Twitch integration. Doesn't look like YouTube integration does that.
Do you remember why the streaming camera randomly dies when it's not directly connected to a user?
The streaming camera dies when it's not connected to a user? How do you mean?
I had the problem in the Rave Cave. There is setup for streaming camera stuff. And it randomly itself.
It just kills itself. Well, I think... I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I would think maybe these things actually add destroy proxies on the user root.
Yeah, I built it all by hand. Didn't be any proxies.
Oh wait, is it a streaming camera or is it a Neos camera? Because the streaming camera, I think, is just always tied to the user.
Smart.
But the Neos camera itself shouldn't nuke itself.
Yeah.
At least I would be very
I mean,
surprised.
it's the camera that lets you pan and focus on people and all that. That was the idea in the MMC back then, that we have this cave, and if you want to stream from it, because you're doing music out there, then you have a few anchors in there, and it can also focus on people that are in the world and stuff like that.
I mean, this camera, I should probably not select that, otherwise people have gizmos in their faces. But this camera basically is just non-persistent, so it doesn't even have a destroy proxy, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure where the users actually are in the world, because I can't find them. Where am I? Where am I? So let's see, my user root. Is there some Froox Engine Magic destroy proxy somewhere?
Yeah, because someone asked me today if I have a preset of that thing. And I remembered I always want to try to fix it.
I'm gonna go say hi to Cubic.
I mean, we can definitely take a look at that. Wait, what? What is AFS module and why is it on me?
See you later.
Is it something that this world has injected? I guess. No, I didn't inject that.
It's probably audio range modifying things or something like that.
Oh yeah, it has like an avatar audio configuration here.
Yeah.
Oh, actually though, that's useful. Oh, but it doesn't have the actual current... okay, that would be useful if it had the shout mode itself that you could change, maybe. Like the what voice mode you're in. I don't think you can very elegantly change that from LogiX.
Should.
There is
Why
actually
would
there is a component for it, but it's broken. It doesn't work anymore. Because we actually wanted to add this to our presentation ball. The idea was we just gave this thing a like audio, voice, whatever modifier that thing was called, and when you hold it, you're not only in the spotlight, but you're also automatically in shout mode, because people kind of always forget that when they respond to questions. So that was the idea, but of course it didn't really work.
I mean, there are a few worlds where you have a context menu that lets you mute yourself.
Yeah, that's literally just, I think, like a virtual button that just toggles M on your keyboard. Like, that's
Yeah.
the only way you can really do that.
That's like, I always see things I like, and then I hope they have a better solution than the one I know, like this virtual button stuffies. And,
Yeah, I mean, that
I
solution
only-
works well for muting.
yeah.
And again, there's a component, there's like the voice mode override or whatever it's called. But it's like, it's literally like we looked in the code. It's literally just broken. Like it's assuming, like it's trying to write to a field that used to not be driven, but it's now driven by the like avatar component
Hmm.
or by the user controller, and then it just fails because it can't write to a driven field. So that has to be like I think we actually threw that on the GitHub. I can't remember. We put a lot of things on the GitHub.
Will be
I mean, putting bugs on the GitHub is like my favorite pastime activity at this point. I also have. I guess I could maybe to the people watching on stream. Although to be fair, I'm not even sure how many people are watching on stream. Oh, and goodbye. Why is that audio so loud? I really need to make my own world. I'm only complaining. I mean, I already made the material here rainbow already. See there, it's rainbow code.
Yay. Most important feature.
Yes! And also the thing that I just like always showing off because it's such a nice code to visualize what LogiX can do.
Yeah, Probable Brian called it baby's first logic.
I mean, pretty much everyone did that, I think, when they started. I wasn't even that cool. I actually found the other day the first thing I ever made in Neos. It's a color box and it just changes to random color whenever you click it. That was the first thing I ever made in Neos. I put so much effort into it though. Look at the name that the slot has. Look at the slot name.
Yeah.
Wow.
They can always see when you have a new a user who's new to Neos but knows programming.
Yes. Oh, you have a staple of... Oh, that's kind of cool. Phone box instead of box.
Okay.
I don't know, I like my box as well. But I guess that... It's a
I
bit
just
low.
remembered that. We did it.
I like that. Wait, can I save this? Or is this...
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Then that goes into... just root of
I don't know if Chris made it or Broder. It was when we worked on
I've been upgraded.
Chris's Club World.
Oh.
And then Techno was complaining that he couldn't work on the counter, and someone came up with that thing.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I just used the box that I found in the creator folder. Hello there.
Hello.
Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the
Hello.
workshop. There you go. Now your textures are even loading in for me. Great. How are you doing? Hope you're having
I'm
a good
well.
day.
How are you?
I'm good as well. Wait, where's my camera? Wow. Did I close the camera? No, I closed the camera control panel. Ah! No, I didn't, but there it is. Okay, let's go to group mode and let's include you. And now the camera actually sees all of us. Yay!
Yay.
So, I hope you're doing well. This is the first time I'm doing a workshop, so I'm kind of pretty bad at this.
Oh,
So-
okay.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm gonna try to help.
Okay.
So far I made rainbow LogiX and I added stuff to my multi-tool, so now I have the camera exclude tip on my multi-tool. I can exclude the wall. Wait, no I can't. Why can't I exclude the wall? Oh, it's broken.
A very persistent
It's
wall.
broken. Why is it broken? Oh, that worked. Oh, I just can't hit that. Oh, interesting. I can hide the table from the camera.
Playing.
Need to play with the camera exclude tip because I added it. I was gonna say I could exclude my tooltips, but no, I can't. My tool shelves. Damn it, I think I also can't, yeah. But I can put it on the ball. Alright, everything that's on the tool shelf becomes a tool shelf, doesn't it? So I can put the ball on the
except
tool shelf
tools.
and the tool on the ball.
Let's have a quick swap thing.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, so another thing I also wanted to work on was making some sort of custom camera anchor system. I actually completely already was planning over engineering and writing mods and stuff because you can't really interface with the camera anchors themselves because they're just like magic component that communicates between world and user space.
Yeah.
But then I saw
Is-
what Zeisel did for the multi-camera switcher for the production crew. And they basically just used just a single normal camera anchor and then just teleports to custom camera anchors. And that's such a simple idea that I didn't even think about. Just only have one anchor and move it around instead of having multiple anchors and try to move the camera around in between them.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy that I figured, oh well, I mean I didn't figure it out, but I know how to do it now. And then I have a bunch of fun ideas because I want to make a proper streaming world as well with different areas, and I want to have different kind of camera presets based on what area I walk into, and I wanted to automatically switch whenever I enter that area and stuff. So the idea there is that I just want to have the camera itself be kind of the camera anchor be kind of a smart camera anchor, so maybe with a range detection or something. And then I'm probably just also gonna have to add some dynamic fields onto my streaming camera so I can change all the settings based on what anchor it's in. It should be fairly straightforward actually. And I think that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then I can have a LogiX preset whenever I go there, to the LogiX wall, and it would frame the camera to it. I mean, the negative part of that is I would probably have to actually reinvent all the default camera modes and implement them in LogiX, so that's that. Do you have a question?
No, I can't think of any.
Okay. Have you used LogiX before?
I have, yes.
Nice. I like LogiX. You can do lots of funny things with it. Like this live chat, for example.
Yeah.
Which may or may not already be broken again, I don't know. Because it doesn't give me an error message if it happens. But that's not the LogiX error, that's just a Python error. I can fix that at some point, maybe. We will see about that. But yeah, I'm probably gonna make this. I'm not sure if I can I'll manage to do it. Who would actually type here? It's ElectroSpy, and ElectroSpy proved that my Python code is working still. Very good. I don't know. I mean, I just hope there's a banana. Oh, it's the wobbly banana.
I think it's a slappy banana also.
Banana. We actually baked, like, my mother baked some banana bread today because we had a bunch of bananas and they were, like, kind of just like 2 or 3 days away from becoming kind of nasty. So we were like, yeah, let's make bread.
Nice.
And it's extremely tasty, actually. Can recommend. Banana bread is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Banana.
And what is your plan for streaming?
My plan for streaming, maybe I'm gonna do it. I'm not sure if I can do it weekly, but I definitely want to make this regular, like the workshop kind of deal. And I mean, I do plan in general. I want to do more educative content and stuff. So I will probably also make my own like world, basically, like my own proper workshop world that I'm then gonna host this in, where I have more control over. I mean, I can control everything in here, but I don't know. I kind of want something custom for myself. Also, this world has features that I don't think anyone knows. Like you, for example, can click the floor things there, I think, and they come up.
Yeah.
I've never seen people actually use it, but it's cool that it's a feature. Can't aim. Ah! Maybe those don't work. Yeah, in general, I can make more educative content, make in general more stream content maybe, because streaming is kind of fun actually. I could do okay, I could actually show off for the presentation. We did a bunch of. Oh no, I can't show it off yet. Okay, I forgot, someone asked me, but I haven't done it yet. We wanted to add all the code snippets that we did for the presentation into a public folder so people can look at it. But what I can do is I can spawn a presentation out. Wow, that had some pretty good examples on it. It's just invisible because this thing doesn't really have. Wasn't really meant to be spawned like this. Okay,
Actually,
seriously.
What I thought. Have you seen this game, Boy Train?
Yes.
I
haven't played it, but it looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
Unless I'm mistaken it. Is it the one where you're basically on a train and you have like this like anti-gravity harness and you like scavenge stuff?
Yes.
Okay, then I have the correct game in mind.
Then I thought about if you want to move an object on a path that is basically part of the object, you can do that. Or how you would do that.
Hello. Hello, Max. Hope you're doing well. So, I mean, I think that that game is pretty cheaty. I think the train actually doesn't move and the world just moves around it.
Yeah. That's the exact thing that I want to make, or I would look for to make, because then you don't have the problem that it's laggy or people fall through the train. So it's the same we do with the ship in our Crystal Sky thingy.
Yep. Which is
So
probably like just a very good way of doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, we don't have any problems with floating point stuff and all that shenanigans. But I was wondering, so like, if you create a track that is like kind of 3-dimensional and looping, so, how you make it that the train follows the track? Not really, but the track will be slid underneath the train.
It sounds like a math problem.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not good at math, but I mean, we figured out the piston, like the non-harmonic
Yeah.
oscillation.
Yes, yes.
Look,
Yeah, I have a
door.
I have a few ways to like
Cameras in the door.
have an object relative efficiently go from point to point.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, I know the science team are actually working on redoing or improving their path tool, and they want to add curves as well. Because if you've seen in the Black Mesa train ride map,
Mhm.
whenever it goes like on a curve, it actually just like goes in increments. It doesn't actually smoothly turn. I have messed,
Yeah.
and a lot of other people have actually messed with a bunch of curve stuff after Freya Holmes did her like new Bezier curve video. Because everyone got just inspired and was like, oh yeah, Bezier curves, amazing, and then they started working on it again, me included. And I did figure out a couple of shortcuts, I guess, where you could probably do a lot with, mainly as in I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to turn that thing into an entire tool. And my main problem and the main thing I'm trying to solve is I want to figure out how I can, without too much calculatory overhead, figure out how an object can move at a more or less like constant speed along the curve. Because that's surprisingly a pretty challenging problem. I did find an estimation which seems to work surprisingly decently. Like, it has an error that accumulates over time, so it's really bad for measuring like the length of the curve and stuff. But the individual increments are like pretty. I think they should be close enough that if I tie that to a speed that an object is moving at like a smooth lerp, that the speed will basically be constant. And I mean, so with the track though, what you would need to do, like, you're gonna move the entire world relative to the train, right? But whenever the train does a corner,
Yeah.
then you would actually have not only to shift the world but also rotate it accordingly. So I'm wondering if you could do that very cheekily. By just-
I'm AFK for a moment.
Okay.
We'll be back short.
Also, hello Shadow. Hope you're doing well. Well, I'm gonna include you in the camera. There, we all included in the camera now. Alright, I'm gonna exclude Nordvik because he went to crumble in a corner. Look at door. Isn't that a nice door?
A lovely door.
Yes. Okay, wait, I'm gonna make the door advanced. The door's gonna level up now. Wait, where was that map? Assets, spawn area there. Doors example. Let's focus on that. Door levels up and has become automatic door. It opens automatically now. What? Automatic door. Wait, I'm gonna level the door up even more. Became automatic and now has a key. Oh wait, shouldn't there be a red print open? Door drive. Where is that? I thought that was unpacked in here. Or maybe not. Yeah, you have a key. You figured it out. Wow. When the key is inserted, it still opens automatically. And now, because you can't, obviously you can't always remember to take the key with you, you have the next logical evolution. You have a keypad now, with a super secure code that acts as the backup if you don't have a key inserted. So without a code, you can only get in with the key. And without the key, you can only get in with the correct code. Wow. Although this camera doesn't seem to like the door. Yes. I'm not sure how to properly like debounce physical buttons. I like physical buttons, but every time like pressing them works, and once they come out again they like bounce a lot, and I have no idea how to fix that. I have messed.
Items.
Hmm?
bigger colliders. I'm pretty sure. Oops. I'm pretty sure the only. Oh my god.
Just origin sniping my avatar.
Huh. Never mind.
I mean, the collider should be pretty thick. Yeah. It's only when you can like come out of it again. And also, I think people don't have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm gonna go smooth POV again. There we're working on the keypad, trying to figure out where the buttons bounce when you click them. Like whenever, like clicking is fine, but once you like pull out of the button again and you're so slow, it like just starts rapidly bouncing. I've really tried, but I have no idea how to fix that. I wonder if that's just a thing that used to not be the case, and then the new BPU physics came along and kind of broke that?
I fixed that on UI that used like 0 thickness colliders by just adding extra colliders behind it. So I'm not entirely sure why it's not working here, even though it has like thick collider.
I think I found a question.
Yes. What's your question?
How would you make a slot face the direction that it's moving in?
A slot face the direction that it's moving in. I think the answer is math. Maybe it's the same issue as the particle collision. I'm not sure what particle collision issue you mean. Okay, so we have a question and we have a box. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. We need a box that we can test with. And we need to, first of all, figure out in what direction it's moving. So let's just, I'm just gonna quickly grab a reference here. Okay, so what we can probably do is we can do the transform local position, or I guess global transform. I think there's also just global. Global transform is good enough. So we have this lot, we get its global transform, so now this is basically the current position of the box, right? And if we use the delta node, that should... Was that not under operators? Maybe it's under math? Oh, you found it, thank you. So I think, so this should be basically while it's moving, the effectively already the vector it's moving in. It's gonna be tiny, but we can normalize that. So we go to math, oh, there it is. Okay, nice, good to know. Is normalize under operators now? Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Now we have a vector. If it's moving, we have a proper direction it's moving in. So, and we can probably use that to... If a particle hits a surface, it visually just bounces a few centimeters ahead of its ricochet direction. Does it? I mean, I know that... Do I have any particle examples actually? I know there's a particle system in the corner here that we can just steal. Oh, it's apparently broken. Wasn't there part? No, this is particles. Particles. Fireflies. Particle system. Okay, so first of all, let's add gravity. What? Should probably take chat with me. Enable gravity and collision. Yeah, that was the goal. Or the thing I wanted to do. I'm getting distracted, I'm sorry. I will be back at the box momentarily. So where is the collision settings again? Gravity strength, I guess 9.81. And gravity direction?
Negative 9.81.
Negative, oh, it's going up. Okay, actually that seems pretty... Let's do -1 maybe. No, -1 is going up actually, so 1. And now I want to enable collisions. And they're bouncing. Okay, so let's see.
Bounce is 0.9, set it to 0.
I don't think we want to set it to 0. Okay, so let's see. So they... I mean, right now they're just falling down, I guess. We need to give them a random direction or something. That would be on the emitter, wouldn't it? Wherever that is. Sphere emitter. Random direction is already 1. Well, it doesn't seem to work very well. Rate 50, force direction. Maybe now the speed. I don't really do a lot of particle stuff usually. Minimum start velocity, maximum start velocity. Oh, the... Does that work? Nope, still just falling up and down.
You want the particles to go in a random direction?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be on the emitter?
I thought so as well, but it's already set to random direction. That's why I'm confused. Like the emitter down here. It's already set to random direction. Random direction 1, 10.
That's weird.
I think 1 should just be fully random. Oh no, wait, actually that seemed to work. 10?
I have to go, sorry.
That's okay. Thank you for coming.
Work calls.
I hope you have a nice
boy.
rest of your day. Bye.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Okay. Better idea. 3D model. Sphere. That should bounce it, right? Yeah, that seems to work. There we go. Okay, so... They're bouncing all over the place now. But it doesn't seem like... Visually just bounced a few centimeters ahead of its ricochet direction. I mean, it looks like it's bouncing properly whenever they do hit. Maybe the gravity is strong and I can't see it. At least I can't seem to visually see the part that you're just driving there. So let's set the gravity to 0.4. No, they look pretty... They look as if they're bouncing from the... Correctly? Oh, not sure. Looks fine to me, but maybe I'm stupid. Okay, so you are... Oh, you've already... Okay, so you are getting that to the Euler direction and you just... Do your box. Yes, we will do the box. So you are already converting the vector into a quaternion here, which we could do, although I think...
I don't think that works.
So the thing is what we want to do, because this is 0 Because we don't want it to stop. So what we could do is when we move it around, we can just set the... There was a thing on the transform for that. Set facing direction or something? Set forward is probably what I want. So if I just set the boxes... Oh wait, but that's... Okay, so let's try that. This is kind of hacky right now, but I want to see if this would actually work. So I'm just gonna do a timer here. 0.1. Should probably use host user. Users. Host user. There. Okay, so now we're setting the forward whenever this... That already seems to work. The issue is just when it stops now, it will... Now that seems to be actually working pretty well. So instead of writing though, we want to drive it. So maybe the just getting the... turning this into a quaternion wasn't even that stupid. Euler angles. Where is Euler angles? Rotation. You're faster than me. Oh look, rotation.
Also, from Euler wouldn't have worked because that takes in angles to, you know,
Yeah.
0 to 360.
Wait, so basically we want forward, up is just gonna be world up. So I guess just transform up. So this gives us a nice rotation. And if I just drive the rotation to the box. Oh, now I can't grab it anymore. Really? That suddenly became ungrabbable. Which I guess somewhat makes sense. Also, probably we would probably actually want to turn that rotation into a local one anyway. But let's quickly figure out how we can... Okay, I think the easiest way to fix that would just be to put the grabbable on a parent. So you're gonna get the transform interaction grabbable. And you're also gonna get the object root. Then the box itself, so we're basically building a little gimbal here that's not gonna be grabbable anymore. And it didn't have an object root, so now when we're grabbing it, we're grabbing the parent. Which means we should now be able to just drive the rotation of the child and we can still grab it. And it looks weird, but I think the issue why it looks weird now is because loc rotation we are getting the up, like I think up without a slot should be the up axis of the world. Hello there! I hope you are doing well. Now you've got me. Maybe. Where actually is my... Trying to figure out where my streaming dialog went again. Why do I always lose that thing? I need to glue it to my face. There we go. I think that should still be fine for now. So I think the issue that we have here is that we're getting the look direction. Okay, yes. Hello there. I think you might have been the person that I was talking to earlier. Not 100% sure. But I do remember your username. I don't think you were the person I was talking to earlier, but I remember your username. I've seen it. So, issue here, we have the direction and we're turning it into a rotation. Right now, I'm not sure how much sense the look rotation here makes because we are feeding it... Oh no, this should all be global, so that should work. But before we need to transform this basically into the parent space of the object now. So we want to go slots, get parent slot. So we take our box, we get its parent, we transform the rotation. This should now be respecting... Ooh, yeah, that looks good actually. Ooh. It does make a few flips here and there. But it looks like we have now a box that's always facing wherever it's moving. Although if you stop moving it, it's just gonna start jittering around. But that seems to be working. Is that what the effect that you were trying to do?
Yeah. Maybe less shaky, but yeah.
I mean, I think we should be able to just put a smooth transform on this. So transform drivers. We want smooth transform. And we want to drive, or the rotation we can't because this drive node is already driving it. So instead of driving the rotation directly, we are gonna toss it into a smooth transform. I want to see about the about using the up vector there, because I think we might be able to get that jumpy behavior out of it as well. So let's quickly clean up here because we don't need most of this. So now instead of going directly into the rotation of the slot is now being driven by the smooth transform. We have this, you give this a speed of 2, and instead we are just gonna drive the target rotation here. So we have the target rotation, we have our box slot. Now it's very smooth. It's maybe a bit too smooth. Oh, and the red print grabbed it. Oh no. Oh no. Now it's big box. It's attacking. The box is attacking us. But I do hope you are doing well, by the way. Welcome to the workshop. We're trying to figure out math right now, which is definitely my weakness, so that could be pretty hilarious. So, right, we want to probably increase the smooth speed of that, and also probably make the box itself smaller. The size is driven by that, so let's make that 0.1. So the box is a bit smaller. Yes. I'm glad you find it interesting. Have you seen Neos before? If not, then this is Neos. Lots of code spaghetti. And very nice people. But mainly code spaghetti. It's basically like a real-time multiplayer sandbox with like a strong VR focus is probably the easiest way to explain it. It has a lot of social features because the community is just amazing. but it's like probably closer to the likes of Gary's mod because of the like building tools that you have, because you can make just anything you want to make in game, which is why I like it so much. And it has a pretty cool and powerful programming language as well, which I like because I'm a programmer. This is the funny noodles. That's called LogiX. So what did I want to do actually? I wanted to say, okay, smooth transform actually faster. That's too slow. So we move it around. That looks okay. Okay, so the flip it's doing. I don't like the flip it's doing. I wonder if we can fix it. I think that's because we are using the look rotation right now. I am not sure. We could also... What if we make up based on the parent space as well? It doesn't look like that changed much. If we make up based on the space itself? Oh yeah, that fixed it. Aha! See, you don't have to understand math, you just need to plug and play. Perfect. That's a very smooth direction tracking, I like it. Right, okay, so let's recap what we just did here. So first of all, our input here is the box. Or rather, like, just the box itself is just like basically a box on a gimbal, and when you grab it, you grab the parent of it. So you're basically holding it like a gimbal. What we are then doing is we are getting the global transform, which is just the position for any given moment in time that box has. We are getting the delta of that, so this is basically going to tell us how that value changed in relation to the previous frame. Right, so if we move it, it's actually like moving around. We localize that, which basically means we scale the vector to 1, so that it has a length of 1. So we have a much more meaningful direction vector there without any like bias based on how fast you're moving it. And then we are using the look rotation here, which takes a forward vector and the up vector. And in this case, we always use the up relative to the box itself. And that seems to effectively give us the effect that we want. The only thing we need to do with that, because so far we have kind of worked with the global coordinate space here, because we like took the global transform as an input. Now we need to actually take that and transform the rotation into the actual coordinate space the box exists in. So we're taking the parent, which is basically the gimbal that we're holding, and we're transforming the rotation into that coordinate space. And then we are just driving the target rotation, in this case of the smooth transform, to just smooth it out a little bit more. And then no matter where you move it in three-dimensional space, it's always going to face the direction it's moving in. Woo. Nice. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, I guess if it stops, it's gonna snap to 0, because...
That's a feature.
Yes, exactly. We made a feature. Woo.
When you were talking about making your own camera, you can use that for your camera.
I could, yes. So basically when I move it along a path, which could be a bezier curve, for example. Oh, which we now actually... let's expand on this. But first, let's say... First of all, we need to pack this LogiX now, so... we want... Packing basically means we take the code that currently exists as noodles here and we just compress them together into just single components on single slots in the hierarchy. So all the visual stuff that renders the actual visuals is gone to make it a bit more performant. So let's see, we call this movement direction box. So we have the box itself and we have the slot that I just call LogiX. And we movement LogiX. Yes, give it a name. And put it into there. Also, where's my camera thing? Let's switch to group again. Nice. Now I can actually see me. Hello. Okay, so now we have the movement logics packed into that. So we have our movement direction box, very nice. And right now we have just been moving it manually, but let's do something fun. Let's move it along a curve, right? So let's do more math here. So something that is very, very fun actually in LogiX, but to show that off, I will actually need to prepare a tiny something here because I will need handles. I'm gonna create a new 3D model. Let's do a sphere. I'm gonna make that a lot smaller because it's just gonna be a little gizmo for us to play with. So I'm gonna change the sphere mesh. Wait, I'm gonna go to smooth preview again so you can see what I'm doing. We have the procedural sphere mesh here, which is basically just, well, a procedural mesh that generates a sphere. And that has a radius here. And we're just gonna make that very small. 0.1, that's a bit too small. Let's do 0.5, there we go. That's a good gizmo. Right now this uses a shared material. We actually don't want that, so this one I'm just gonna give a materials. So let's see. Where were materials again? Assets. Oh, and someone is joining. Procedural meshes. No, we just want a material, and we want a just an unlit material is gonna be fine. So these are basically just using some like preset shader because the one thing Neos doesn't have yet is custom shaders, but it's on the roadmap. So I'm just gonna give that sphere there our new unlit shader here, and now I can give it a nice color. And I am also going to give it a I'm gonna call it P0, and you will see why in a second here. So P0, I'm gonna duplicate it a couple of times. So then we have P1. We will give P1 a different color. So P1 is gonna be, I don't know, maybe yellowish. And then we're gonna have P2. And P2 is gonna be maybe greenish. And then we have P3. And P3 is gonna be maybe a bit bluish. Then we have a nice gradient going from one to the other. Okay, why did I make points here? Because we want to make a curve, right? And what's the best way to do a curve? Math, obviously. We want to make a Bezier curve. Why do I want to make a Bezier curve? Because Bezier curves can actually be expressed mathematically by basically a combination of linear interpolations between the control points. That sounds more complicated than it probably is. So we have lerp here, which is a very simple node. We have a value, for example, 5, and then we have another value, for example, I don't know, 80. And then we have an output here, which is now 5, and we have an input, which is basically just a like a scale from 0 to 1. And if we set this, for example, to 1, you see it's 80, and if we set it to 0.5, it's gonna be the center of it, which is 42.5 apparently. So very easily, this literally linearly interpolates between the minimum and the maximum value. These don't have to be single numbers though, these can be pretty much any numeric data type. One of which is a position. So what I want to do now is I'm going to grab the same thing we did earlier. So transform, I want global position. So global transform, it's probably the easiest way. So we just for all of our 4 points, I'm now gonna add a input, so we get their global position. Is your video lagging a bit behind your audio? I sure hope not. I've did a test stream earlier. I mean, you should be able to tell if I go to world mode again, and you should see me talking, because that should be synced up with the lips of my avatar, and you can tell me if it seems like it's a bit off or if it's on point, because I'm using like the custom plugin for OBS to stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I am not sure how well that handles audio syncing, but I can't imagine it would actually desync from the video. So does it look synced or does it look different? You can tell me. I won't hurt you. Oh, and Tim left. No. It's not synced, damn it. Why? Is it a bad? How bad is it? Like, is it only like half a second or is it a lot more? Oh, Shadow's back. Yay. Almost 2 seconds? Really? Ow. Well, I can't fix that right now, but that's definitely something I'm going to look into. So then in this case, I want to apologize for the stream being very, very desynced, I guess. Wonder what causes that. Anyway. Also, I don't think I said hello. Hello! I hope you're doing well. We are doing math. Because everyone likes math. Okay, so I think hopefully even with audio desync this should still be manageable. Oh, I wonder if it's because because I'm using NVIDIA Voice, but it doesn't add that much of a latency. I'm definitely gonna to check that after the stream. So let's see, P1. So 0, then we have P1. Then we have P2. So I'm just gonna grab you, grab you, there we go, P2 and P3. So now I have just the global position of all of my control points. A second at least, yeah, I'm gonna definitely look into that. So let's grab the P3 slot here. But yeah, again, I can't really fix it right now because I'm in the middle of streaming, but I will take a look afterwards. So now we have the global position of all of our control points. What does that actually allow me to do? Well, in the case of the LERP example that we had, if I were to take the first position and the last position, so P0 here to P3, and I LERP on that, then I get in this case for 0.5, I get the position exactly in the middle of it. So let's see if we can actually visualize this a bit better. First of all, I am going to create a new NeosUI slider. So we can basically have a little bit of an analog input here. We want the actual slider component. That's a very long one. And we want the value here. So instead of now using our input from the number field 0.5, this should by default already go from 0 to 1, right? So the minimum value is 0, the maximum value is 1, perfect. Now I can quickly actually collapse that thing with the red print so it's not in our way the entire time. And now basically we have our point output here. Oops. And if I move the slider now, you can see that it actually moves the point. We can also visualize that if we get ourselves... I mean, for this actually we can just use our little box that we have here. Movable direction box. So instead of setting the position... now we just want to take the result here and drive the position of that. And because this is our gizmo, this is basically now taking the job of... no, that's that's local position. I need to... Oops. Okay, now it's somewhere because we did the problem again that this is global and I didn't actually transform the coordinate space. So let's do that quickly, and I want to global point in this case to local, because now we just have a point in space. So we need that, and we need the parent of our thing there. Although that should already be the worlds. Technically, I'm surprised that this even made a difference. So let's see, get parent slot of U there. Perfect. So that should now be correctly transformed. That looks good. And now you can see, based on our slider, the slider now gives us the 0 to... Oop. And someone joined. The slider basically now gives us our 0 to 1 value. And it's moving from point 0 to point 1, because that's point 3, because that's basically what it told it to do, right? So just if the slider's all the way to the left, it's at the starting point. If it's all the way to the right, it's at the end point. But instead of just interpolating between 2 points, what we can actually do is we can interpolate multiple times. So if I actually quickly draw this out, so let's see, objects, no wait, default, essential tools, where's the pen tool? I don't have autopilot's fancy one at hand right now. Brushes, which one was the one that, no, that's the toothbrush. Let's use the geometry line brush tip, I think that was the one I liked. Okay, so right now we have one line here. Oh, that's a very interesting material. That it's basically moving on. Like we have a given point that's basically the 0 is over here, 1 is over here, and like it's moving on that line. But instead of just moving on one axis, what we can actually do is we can move it on all of these axes, or let's for now just do 2 to maybe show that off. So basically the concept. So right now we're kind of at the middle here, 0.5, and it's in the middle there. But if we take actually the direction from point 0 to point 1 and from point 1 to our last point there, and we take the same time increment for both of them, so roughly about in the center, which would be about here and about here, we draw an imaginary line in between that. And then we also take the center position of this. So all of these use basically the 0.5, so it's always exactly the same center, and they keep synced up in relative space. And if you were to actually plot this out, what would happen is, instead of moving on a straight line, it's like this point in the middle here would follow an arc. So it's a very badly drawn arc, but it's an arc. And then we basically have a curve. This would be a quadratic Bezier curve. So let me undo my terrible drawing and actually show off what that means for us in practice. You go over there. So what that means is, instead of going from point 0 to point 1, I want to go from point 0 or to the last point, not point 1. I want to basically go from point 0 to point 1, and I at the same time want to go from point 1 to point... Let's leave out the green one for now. Let's just look at the 3 for the moment. With the same t value, and then basically we lerp that again, so we get the point at the t value in between those two intermediate points here. Which basically now we just lerped 3 times, right? It's still the same operation, linear interpolation. But if we now actually move the slider, you will see that suddenly the box is following along an arc, which is a Bezier curve. We have just created a quadratic Bezier curve. And if I move this point up, for example, because it's always like kind of in the center of, like, these are just our control gizmos, I can kind of control the shape of the curve here. It's flickering a bit because I think it doesn't really like me sliding it like that. I can probably fix that by adding a smooth lerp here. So, NeoSlider, you please do me a favor and go through the smooth lerp with this lerp of, I don't know, 0.5, whatever. So now, okay, I think that's speed, right? So we want 10, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, that looks better. Now it's easier to show. But yeah, basically we have our quadratic Bezier curve here. And if we basically do the same pattern here, but we add one layer, so now we also include our third point. So we go from point 0 to point 1, which we already do. We go from point 1 to point 2, and then from point 2 to point 3 with the same t value again. And then we do the same here, so we go from the intermediate point 0 to the intermediate 1, and from the intermediate 1 we go to the intermediate 2, which again was the same lerp, and then we add one more lerp at the end here, where we go from our two last intermediate points to the final point to get like the point on that last line. So if we try to visualize this with the pen again, let's quickly actually, oops. Let's move them a bit closer. So what this is basically doing, just lerping 5 times now. We are lerping from the... so we have a line in between these. So we have multiple just linear interpolations, like 3 lines here. We get a point in between them, all at the same t value. We connect them up with like imaginary lines here, and then we do the same once final time. Get the position here, get that, and a point in the center. This is basically what our thing is doing here. It's just multiple linear interpolations kind of stacked together. And now you can see we actually following a smooth arc, because we have now turned our quadratic Bezier curve into a cubic Bezier curve, which is really cool because we are like this is a very, very oops that was the teleport tool and that scared me. Yeah, that was not my intention. Let's see if I can quickly actually get rid of my brush strokes here again. But basically we just turned the quadratic Bezier curve into a cubic one by just adding one more control point. But it's all just one very, very simple operation, right? Get point in between start and end at a given t on a scale of 0 to 1. That's a very, very, very simple mathematical equation here. But just combining this simple operation, doing it multiple times, and like through the beauty of math and well, not and, it's just math. Through the beauty of math, it turns into a very, very nice smooth curve. And that's basically how all games that use curves, which basically like pretty much any game uses curves for like a variety of reasons. These things are extremely useful. And there are different ways of calculating the Bezier curves, but this is definitely the easiest to think about. The beauty of math and math, yes. And it also, I think it just looks visually pleasing because it's literally just the same operation repeated multiple times. Right, it's basically just we lerp like a bunch of times and then at the end we have a smooth curve. I don't know, I really like this. Yeah, I don't know, let's see, something like that. Nice. And now we actually see how multiple systems are working together. We have, for one, the box that is always pointing in the direction it's moving. And we've just combined it with our new math that basically takes a slider, or new code that basically takes a slider input and turns it into a point on a curve. And they both work together pretty decently, unless I spam it and it moves too quickly. But yeah, so let's now actually kill that drive here again, so we can freely move our point around. our box, because I really like this box and I want to keep it. But yeah, I hope you learned something. Oh god, that's very bright. You have some very, very bright colors going on over there. Do you need help with anything?
No, just goofing around.
Okay, because I see a lot of
I
color.
didn't want to interrupt your video.
Oh, that's fine. No. This is a workshop. I'm just showing stuff off. But I should
Experimenting.
I should stop running around without the chat because otherwise I can't notice when someone writes messages. So what are you experimenting with?
Trying not to break this thing.
Also, did you just turn the freaking Uno reverse card into your persona?
Because I kind of broke it.
Oh no. Okay, can I help you? What are you doing?
Well, I accidentally broke the flashlight.
You broke the flashlight.
Although I think I just figured it out.
Okay.
Nope, didn't figure it out.
Okay, wait. Well, I will answer your second in a second, Kizoeli. I wanna
Hey!
try
Circle
to
is here.
take a look at this first. Yes, more people. Yay! I'm getting popular. Okay, so you have a flashlight here. So that's basically a spotlight, I assume.
Yep.
You are driving. Let's see. I'm small, so I'm gonna get this down a bit. So you have the material here, and you are
I didn't set this up. I just started playing with it.
okay. So this is basically just a like a RGB color that changes.
Yeah. But that was a flashlight. Now I broke it.
Okay, so basically we have two drives here. One of them drives the color of a material and the other one drives the color of a light. And T was used for the intensity, maybe?
Well, that was there because I guess you could switch it around. Because if you do this...
between T and yeah, then it's a lot faster.
Yeah.
Huh.
But
So-
then I hooked the T up to the...
Intensity, yeah. So
and it made it go woo!
yeah, so what happens there, T is actually the time in seconds that the session has been up. And the intensity is a value that basically should not be this high.
Which I did not set.
But
It was already there.
what you can do though is you can basically...
Because I don't know LogiX at all.
That's fine. So what you could do though is you could take the number here and let's see, is it enough? So if I just throw this into sine, it's not gonna actually... Oh no, so basically now we change this to be moving from 0 to -1 to 1 basically. And that's a lot more controllable. So what we could do now is we could do a little bit of math here. Because right now this is going from -1 to 1. But what we probably want to do is we want to first of all get this positive. So we want to take this, add 1. So now it goes from 0 to 2. And then if we divide by 2, then we have a range from 0 to 1. That smoothly goes up and down along a sine curve. So let's see, I want to divide by 2. Also, I did hear the chat ping. I will look in 1 second. So divide by 2. So now we have just a value of in between 0 and 1 that's like basically following a sine curve. Right. So what we now want is probably just multiplying this with some arbitrary strengths, just a value that we can set later. So let's do 10 for now. And we can now hook that up to the intensity there. Which, if we turn the light on, okay, that's already pretty light. Pretty bright.
That's why I thought I broke it. I just turned it off.
Oh, maybe, yeah. So if you click these, that's just a spotlight. It just turns it on and off. But now
I
you
didn't
see...
click it.
Okay, so basically then this part we can probably completely leave out. But now you see, because we have the smooth value from 0 to 1, what we're doing is basically very smoothly like animating
Right.
basically the intensity of the flashlight here.
Yep.
So now we have a nice flashlight that goes like fades in and out.
Because I
And
felt that would be more interesting, because as you can see, this one is just shifting color, but now it's going from up and down and shifting color, which is more interesting.
Exactly. So also, Kizoeli, yes, you could just hook up your VR headset, or also just don't do it with VR and just join in desktop mode, because Neos has a very functional desktop mode as well. This session is open. This is a public workshop and everyone can come over. I can also quickly copy the session URL into the Twitch chat for you. So let's take a look at that. So where's my window here? So once you have Neos running, you will probably, if you haven't played it before, install it, but it's on Steam, so just look for Neos on Steam. It will probably throw you into the tutorial at the beginning. But once you are done with that, you can basically click that link there in the chat, and it should directly throw you into the session. Okay, so let's see what the other people are up to. So if you want to come over, that's absolutely fine. This is open for everyone. Hey you! Greetings, welcome to the workshop.
Yeah.
I hope you're having a good time.
Hey Jack,
Yes.
here is a funny for your chat.
Wait.
You lose.
Damn it. I lost. I don't think I can recover from that. That's a pretty catastrophic failure there. But we actually have this thing at home, like this like electronic like card throw thing.
Uno attack.
Uno attack. Yeah, maybe that's what it was called.
Of course, I got the sound effects from the original Uno attack and a card shuffler.
I also love how you have one of the cards hooked up to your Visime analyzer, so it goes in it. Oh, is it actually face tracking?
Yep.
You
I
actually have
linked it-
face. Wait, you have a face tracking setup, and the only thing that's tracking is the freaking card. It's just
Whenever I stick out my tongue,
amazing.
out pops the card.
Nice.
The only thing that could make it better is if I could do this, and then someone could like reach out and take a card.
Well, that would be actually relatively straightforward
I
to
bet
add.
it would be simple, especially for someone that knows LogiX so well.
Well, I mean, I'm trying at least. Also, I'm trying to quickly figure out why there is a red print in the ground here. Oh, that's broken. That's why. Oh, that's actually our door code, I think. But But we also don't need that, so that's. I think I can just get rid of the entire doors example here. We don't need it anymore. Free up some space again. So have you seen the box we made?
This thing would be though, it's doing a card randomizer.
Yeah, that would work. So, Yukilop has actually been working on, or is currently working on a new version of his deck builder system. So you will just be able to literally throw like a sprite sheet of Uno cards in there, and then you like I feel like
Which
you could.
is technically what this thing's running off of.
Ooh, then that must be using the older version of that thing. I always wanted to grab someone's tongue. Yes, it's very amusing actually.
I used to have a character that you could grab the tongue, and it just stretches out.
Nice. Yeah, I think I've seen something like that before. I need to add more avatar interactions to my avatar. I haven't really got too much stuff running just yet. So let's see. I just wanted to save this because I kind of like this box. Just throw it in my stuff folder. But, we have a box that always faces the direction it's moving in. Ooh. Okay. Also, hello, I don't think I've said hello to you yet. What are you working on?
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Yes, I think you might have your
Hi.
microphone. Ah, there you go.
Sorry, I did problem.
Uh,
I'm just making sure that my avatar is baked. Because
Oh,
I can't remember if I baked it or not.
Yeah, that's
Speaking of
probably
lights,
fair.
I have something to show you.
Well, I hope it is, like, welcome to the workshop in any case. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm here to answer them. I am not 100% sure how long I will be going, because I'm kind of already starting to get a little exhausted, but I know Kezueli wanted to join the game and jump in, so I'm definitely gonna wait until they arrived here before I go anywhere. But I do think I will have to quickly take a sip of water and stay hydrated. Wait, also, when I'm standing here, I guess I can quickly include you in the camera as well. That's probably the polite thing to do. So yes, I will quickly mute myself and I will be taking a sip of water. Okay, I lied. I also took a sip of energy drink. But I think I can go on for a bit longer. Still very happy with how this box turned out. I'm gonna have to actually use this for a bunch of stuff. Ooh. Right, we have our Bezier curve here. So a long time ago I actually wanted to make a little visualization of exactly the math that's going on here. I never really finished it, but I guess I could. Otherwise I am going to be asking if anyone has any more questions. Also, I'm gonna go third person over the shoulder like a boss. There we go.
And like having a character that doesn't have all the features that it's designed for is rather annoying.
Hey, yeah.
Hey,
Still talking about funny avatars?
Yeah.
Nice.
handshake.
I don't think I've seen this avatar before. Hello.
Grab it.
Oh. Ah, that's concerning. There you go.
Removable joints.
Whee!
Oh wait, oh wow, that's pretty excessive. Just everything is removable.
Even my tootsies.
Interesting. That's
Although
a-
this might be, but this might be considered graphic.
Nah, it's fine. It's a cartoon. But that's pretty cool. I haven't seen this kind of avatar concept before. I like
Because
that.
technically, that's flesh and meat and blood.
But it's fine. Bacon, yes.
Although from my perspective, it still needs a couple more things.
I haven't used it in half a year. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, as I said, you can also join in desktop mode if you want. Like, you don't have to start. Yes, you basically can just start Neos from Steam, and if you don't have Steam VR running, or I think you want to do the advanced options or something, and then you can choose desktop mode. I actually kind of forgot. But yeah, any idea what we could be working on now? Any ideas? Any things you want to see done, or could use some help programming, I guess?
That's the problem. I always need something done, but then when someone asks me, I haven't the foggiest.
That sounds like a you problem.
I know. But that's me. If you put me on the spot, I can't tell you a damn thing.
It's like, how do we use LogiX to fix my mental problems?
That would be lovely.
I don't think LogiX can do that, at least not without component level access, which we don't have yet.
Can components fix my broken marriage? Yeah.
Well, there's one thing, I guess. But I don't think it would be fixable here. It might be a Blender thing.
What is it? Because a lot of things can actually be fixed in Neos as well. Looks like an interesting avatar.
As long as it doesn't involve fixing the weight painting.
Technically, the fingers aren't not supposed to be doing that.
Huh, okay, what are they supposed to be doing?
Basically, like a hand. It's basically a spared hand, but I doubt the fingers are supposed to be going that far out.
Okay, let's see. I am going to select you, if that's okay for you.
Good.
Then let's take a look at this avatar. Oh, that's a lot of haptic points.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't do much with it. I brought it in, saw the problem, saved it, and basically went, I'll figure this out another day.
Okay, let's see. So we have hips here. Size, or are they just on the hand proxies? No. Okay, so they're actually not size. What do I want? I want spine, chest, shoulder left. Okay, this is a case where I will need the trunk inspector.
Well, I'm guessing the item is in the hand.
It looks... Okay, your hand has the fingers. Grab area...
And now that I look at it...
I don't think so. So wait, let's figure out where that model is. So this is your hand.
Am I missing a fingers?
I think so, yeah. Also, let's quickly see. So... okay, so this is just one big skinned mesh. So this is those are actually not separate objects, they're just part of the same skinned mesh.
Because now that I look at it, I think I'm missing a pinky.
I mean, I also only have 4 fingers though.
No, look. There's a
Oh,
shell
no.
on 3
Yeah,
fingers,
I see
but
that.
there's only 2 fingers.
That's a bit interesting. Oh, that's a lot of lynchers as well. So...
Unless the fingers are supposed to be between those things, that would make sense.
Yeah, the issue is I don't really know which bone does what in here. Like this
Like I
seems to
said.
just be done with weight painting. If they all have their, like if the big fingers have their own bones, which they probably don't have, thinking about it, I would probably try and making them separate objects. And so this, I mean, okay, so that button was never added. I remember I requested that, but nothing came from that. I always wanted to have a button to separate the mesh by loose parts, but I think it can only separate the mesh by materials. I think that's the only option that we have. Also, what I can check, what are the blend shapes in here actually. Smile, angry, okay, that's just the visuals. Blink, question, shock. some Japanese stuff that I don't understand. Attack clause. Oh, those are your attack clause. Interesting.
Ah! Apparently, those are blend shapes.
Yep. But we might like this might actually be a Blender thing then.
That's what I thought. Don't worry about it.
Yep. Like again, we can separate them by materials, but I think that wouldn't help us too much in this case. I really hope there's going to be a button to like just separate all meshes based on loose parts. That would be really useful. Plane. You have
another character that I managed to get working in here, but I had to make a sacrifice. I'm not on the ground anymore.
You're not on the ground anymore? Oh, that, yeah, I see that. That's interesting.
I'm on my wheels.
Oh.
Because before, the toes were literally, whenever I crouched down, the toes would go wee.
Okay. Can you
so
fly?
I had to manipulate it inside Blender, which I never do because I don't do Blender. I managed to get it to work, but now I'm on my wheels.
Nice. So
basically, I'm skating.
Do you have a flight system on there?
No. What I do have
Trust us.
is a funny.
What's the funny?
If you don't mind being respawned,
Oh, not really.
run into the plane.
Do I want to? Oh,
It's funny.
It's not an inappropriate joke, is it?
Nope.
Okay, let's see. Chicken. Oh, okay, I see.
Feathers, flames.
Yes, okay.
A bird strike.
I see. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah. Mostly, I do it to volleys or bird characters.
Yes, that is surprisingly fitting.
Yeah, that was the point.
Whee!
And the other funny is, when it happens, spirals pop up.
That would be really fun. Oh, it's still on. To add like a
But if you
thruster
look at his
system to
eyes,
this.
he gets dizzy.
Okay, let's see. Ah, okay.
I find that fitting, don't you? Since
Yeah.
he was just hit by a bird.
Whee. I think that would be a pretty cool avatar with a proper flight system. Although that could also be like if you actually have like rotation in flight, then that could also get pretty disorienting.
Yep. That's another character in my vast list of characters I brought.
Yeah,
in.
you have much more or many more avatars than I do. I have this
I
one.
believe I have 100 or 200 of it.
Oh, wow.
200 avatars saved.
Yeah, that's not. I have my otter. Hello.
About right.
Yeah, I don't really have more. I mean, I made a texture for him, so that's pretty
Strange
cute.
and the unusual.
Mwah.
I found the version with the foot problem.
Oh, I think I see what's going on there.
His
Yeah,
feet are
that's-
technically on the ground, but
Yeah. I mean, Neo's avatars in general always seem to be suffering from some sort of feet problem. I'm still trying to figure out if there's actually a way to have an object that explicitly is not supposed to be used as a raycast target, but only for the IK system, but I don't think that's a thing you can do. Like you can just like I wish there was just a tag you could add to objects to basically like be ignored by the IK, but I don't think. No, I guess it's raycasts. So I mean, the raycast would have to be continued. Then that would probably be more work than is currently implemented. Ooh, wait! I know that avatar.
Tor.
Yes, I know the person that made that avatar in the species. I think, space otter thing.
What do you think of the number of fingers?
It's a fitting number of fingers. You will never run out.
Mm-hmm. But of course, if you know the movie Bruce Almighty, you will recognize the reference too.
That is a number of fingers indeed, yes. Also, hello Kalmar, welcome to the stream. I hope you will enjoy your stay. Not sure how much longer I will be going, but we will see. So far, I'm enjoying my time here. I'm gonna probably do this more often, but this is definitely not gonna be the last workshop I host. Oh, that's a noodle finger. Wait, what was? Did I save that thing?
Yeah, your fingers are currently noodles.
Nice. Look, I have a pointer. Oh, you have a very weird collision there, but I can point on you. There, I found you. There you are. It's a pointer. Points at stuff. Amazing pointer. Neos logo. What the? Can't tooltip equip this as because it's too big. Okay, fair. I mean, I also have this here. Ever played Half-Life? Or I guess at that point also
Hey.
fit the Gary Smart.
Hey, Jeff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Oh, I know the rainbow. I don't care. Okay. I'm just gonna fix this real quick.
Let's go. Like I said, I collect weird things.
Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna get that out. That's just gonna get people confused.
Because how often do you find a baseball bat that's also a sword?
That's useful. I mean, never bring a sword to a baseball bat fight or something.
Well, the point is, one is to break you, the other's to cut you.
Fair. I didn't save the other thing that I found fucking hilarious.
How about something cute?
It's a very long boy.
Grab the tail.
Oh, is it nice? Ooh, it can never be long enough. Must be this tall to enter. New
How
scroll
about that
bar.
long?
Oh, that's very long. Yeah, I mean,
A mile noodle.
oh, interesting. Interestingly, that seems to actually. Oh, this is okay. I think it's actually instanting the things, which kind of kills performance a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I've played WarioWare. I mean, I played the S version of that game, which was pretty amusing. Yes, all the reverse cards.
This is what I used, which was a money shooter.
I have a ball.
Switched it out with the Uno cards.
Tossing my ball around.
Yep. And then I asked my friend to like help me work on it, and I brought in all the necessary cards.
Nice. Oh, you have the reverse cards in all In all
All
colors.
the colors,
All the color reverse cards.
which is how we did it.
Nice. I mean, although that thing seemed to only spawn one color of cards.
Yeah, that was the earlier variant.
Ah, okay. Yes,
Because it
ball.
was
Ball.
this.
Money. All the yen, I think.
Yep. It
The ret-
started off with that. Then I grabbed the yellow one because that was the Uno reverse on the avatar. Was literally just the yellow one. But it should be all the colors.
Yes.
Made more sense.
Yes. That's a presentation ball that we used for the presentation we did for the Neos Edu group.
Paintbrush?
Oh yeah, that's the kind of pen that I'm talking about.
And the faster you go, the thinner the line, I think.
No, I think that's just analog, depending on how far you press the trigger, and that's pretty default with those.
Hmm.
So let's see.
And you can change the color. Yeah, it has options.
Oh, I forgot how to do else. But that's a very nice H. Ooh, very fancy H.
L in cursive, I believe it's just.
Yeah, I think it just like do a bunch of loops, so it's like. I think you
Nope.
never stop.
I forget my cursive, but I know the capital L is. Yeah, that is the capital L.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's supposed to be an H. Like a very fancy H.
Let me see that.
And then I just made loops here.
Because I have an L in my last name.
How to cursive.
100 points.
I like it. I also like how like the smoothing of brushes in Neos always makes it seem like I actually would have a good handwriting, but I really don't. Neos is just very forgiving with the brushes.
Well, that's the thing. You are making giant letters. That helps.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think the thing that helps the most is the smooth look though.
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc. Oh, that's a B.
L-E-B-L-A-N-C. I messed up a little bit on the A, but
Yeah, your capital B almost looked like the
yeah.
like the there's a special letter in the German alphabet which is basically just for like a very sharp S, so like S Z or something as one character.
Yeah. But the thing is, the capital L is always the best one I can do.
Yeah, I mean,
And J.
yeah, I can do J because I I made some fancy signature that. Wait, give me the brush.
It is basically the reverse of an L.
Yes. So I'm not an artist, but I made a fancy signature that I still have to figure out what to put it on. But it's basically gonna be like a J was a very long thing and then just Jack, something like that. A bit more fancy. But I like the J with the very long line kind of thing.
Yeah, that is an excellent version of saying Jack, because you are basically making a line to write on.
Yeah.
It makes your signature more straight if there's no line. Makes things so much easier.
Yeah. No, I just wish. I mean, I can't really use this anywhere because Jack is not my like. Oh.
Right.
Oh no.
But
Oh
the
no.
thing is that
Why is my? Oh, okay. Thank you. Come back.
that's
Why-
also a 2, by the way. So like, depending on
Yeah,
how
fair.
you look at it, that would be 2-ack.
Yes. Oh, and someone joined. Oh, nice. They made their way over from the chatland. From the chatland into the virtual land. Hello!
Hello.
Greetings! Welcome to the virtual world.
Greetings, traveler.
Oh, I have to mute the stream audio.
Oh yeah, that's probably gonna get a bit confusing. So welcome to Neos. It's a place full of wonders and creativity.
I show up.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's nice that you came over here and you could make it. I always like to show people this game because I really like it. Especially if you are interested. Like, I kind of came into here because I mean, I know you're from a community as well that's like into Minecraft stuff and probably also like some command block stuff and such.
Yeah.
That was kind of my gateway drug to game development. Because I really like making stuff functional in Minecraft, and then it's like, and ages before that actually I used to make custom levels for Source games, I think for Portal 1 and Portal 2 at some point. Never released anything though, because I was never happy with them. And Neos is basically just combining the two. So I can just
And
make
there
a lot of
is a
assets.
couple of Minecraft worlds here.
Yeah, there's actually, Neos actually has a native Minecraft importer. You could actually just import any Minecraft world. I think it doesn't work with the latest versions though, because it, like the core developer of Neos, Fruxius, he was actually told to just go on vacation because he's been working for a month without end, and this was his vacation project. So from working on features on the roadmap, he went to working on a Minecraft importer. But it's
Hey, Jack,
people have used it a lot. Yes.
if I'm wearing the correct character, this will be creepy.
Yes, you are. Very fun. I love it. I think it messes
I'm
with
always watching.
I think it messed a little bit with the body because it was twitching a bit, but I like the effect.
Well, I figured.
Yes.
Well, I figured if there was going to be a character that had a spinning head,
Yeah, that's
it
fair.
would be an owl.
That is fair.
Yeah.
I see that.
It would be literally the only character where that would even make sense.
Yeah, that's true.
But yes. So if you want, I could actually give you like a very brief introduction into like some of the basic stuff in Neos and how you kind of can navigate around like some of the menus, which are partially not so great.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that was a kindness.
Yeah, some is just like pretty old UI that hasn't been reworked yet. Okay, so the biggest and most important thing, let's actually go into a folder here where I can share this. So that should also be visible for the stream people now, is your inventory. So if you open the big dash, like the big square menu is called the dash, which you can open with escape. And then one, like at the bottom at the orange tab where it says inventory, it should probably look something like this, where it has like essential tools and Neos Essentials in there. These are folders, so you navigate here by double-clicking them, which is like, again, this is ancient UI, it hasn't been reworked yet, but it will hopefully be very nice at some point. And the Neos Essentials folder in particular has a subfolder called Avatars, and there you can find a lot of free avatars, for example, that you can just use like as a base, I suppose, because right now you're just a floating headset and hands because you don't have an avatar.
Yeah.
And what you can do is just, for example, take the Neos bot, which is in the bots subdirectory, and you can either like double click to spawn the avatar, or you can use the lightning bolt icon here,
Jump into this,
which
if you
basically,
like.
well, that would work as well. You're importing something? Oh, you're doing the Minecraft world. Or what are you trying?
Was that me?
I'm not sure. You tried to import something. Folder importer. Oh wait, are you in the
Okay.
inventory or no? No. Don't. You want to probably X that away. I think you're in the file browser,
Okay.
not the inventory.
Oh, yeah.
Click
yeah.
this.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
see.
So inventory, and then you want to go to Neos Essentials, avatars, and then choose one that looks fitting, and then you can select one by single clicking and then pressing the yellow lightning bolt, which will basically equip that avatar. Or you click on that avatar that was spawned in front of you and enter it. That would work as well.
Up to you.
Okay.
I like him because he has a removable head.
Oh, that's yeah, okay. Does it actually move your viewpoint as well? Because that's that's really trippy.
I don't remember, but there is a funny. If two people are wearing this, you can switch heads, which then will also switch name tags.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh.
So the name tag is
But your
just
voice is still coming from
yeah, I see.
that head.
Okay, that's pretty amazing actually.
I know. It's kind of funny.
Mm,
And now for something else cute.
There are a lot of characters.
yes.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship, T.
I'm not sure if we can play that on stream, but
I was
very,
wondering that
very
too.
fun. But that's very fun. I think I kind of have to make sure
No.
because I'm also streaming to YouTube and I've heard YouTube is pretty strict with copyright stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm trying not to get banned on my first day of streaming.
Fair enough.
I mean, not the first day of streaming, but my first
No worries.
workshop that I'm doing.
Now, this would be safe because technically, I keep seeing this pop up.
Anti-depression pill. Use 2 pets, 3 hugs every day. Okay.
But that's the thing. Someone shared this picture with me. I was intrigued by it so much that me and my friends built it.
Nice.
Although, because you claimed that whole thing, it does have music. But I believe it's royalty free.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah. And if you look next to the barcode, it is on it. It's made the label.
Oh, I'm loading, okay. Oh, nice. Yes, I like that.
Uh-huh. But then the thing
Hello
is,
there.
it tickles me pink whenever I see someone with this thing because I made it.
Yes. That's a very nice feeling.
Hey.
Hey there. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the workshop, which is almost over at this point because I'm getting pretty exhausted.
Oh.
But if you do have any projects that you need help with or any questions, I'm gonna try to explain it to you and help you. You have a video playing in your name tag.
Yes,
Is it an actual video player?
it's a video, yeah. This one
that's
is pulled up directly from YouTube.
Yeah, that's not the best for performance. But
Yeah,
okay.
I know. I need
Video-
to take a shorter video on host,
Yeah.
like save it in the inventory.
But it's fine. Okay,
And since you
Kizoeli,
liked
do you...
that paintbrush so much, how about a multi-tool that's actually a crayon?
Nice. But one thing, do you need any help? Because I see you haven't found an avatar yet, or are you just still looking through the inventory?
Yeah, is this an actual character or is
Yeah, that's an
this
avatar.
just a-
So
just
you
have to
could just
click
click on it. So you click on it basically, and then you have the
Ah.
option to enter it. And now you are in the avatar.
I see.
Congratulations. Wait, I can conjure a mirror for you so you can see yourself. There we go.
The length of your tool shelf is interesting.
I don't know why it's doing that. Come back here.
There we go.
I'm not sure why it's doing that. Something must really mess the bounding box check up. But it happened twice now. But yeah, welcome to Neos. Everything is a sandbox, and there's a ball that I threw, I think, like 2 hours ago, and it's still bouncing around here. I thought these things settled after a while, but apparently not. I was wondering where you went. Wow, it does a bunch of math because it's completely custom physics, so I'm probably shouldn't have too many of those in the world around.
And now your name tag is Flames.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Now you look like a freaking Hot Wheels. I love it. Oh, it's doing it again. Oh, I also... What?
Bye.
Not my intention.
Bye, have a nice time.
Why? I guess I have a sword now.
Oh no.
There you go. Come back there. I think it might be the thrusters that are kind of glitched. Oh, it's not the thrusters.
You're not Grabble.
No, I'm not.
But the ground is probably.
Yes. There, look, this, for example, there, this is an object that someone made. It's a grappling hook. And that's a person there. There, please. It's the pointer. I like the pointer. I also like... I've seen someone made like multiple versions of the pointer. Does it work if I have two of them? Yes, of course it does. Okay, so wait, let's see. So let's do duplicate.
The claw. Yeah. If only the machines had a claw like this, right? It wouldn't drop nothing.
You mean like this? That claw there?
Oh god.
That claw there that you're holding? Do you like my point? Goodbye.
It's very pointy.
Yes, you can never have enough pointers. But yeah, so the way Neos basically works, everything you see in the world like has been made in the game, and every object that has behaviors is all basically controlled like from logic that has been created in this game. So, and also anything you see can be freely edited because everything in this world is basically part of a completely synchronized data structure where you can basically edit anything. For example, I could go in and I could just inspect my nameplate and just give myself a new name if I fancy that way. So I can remove the tag there, and then I'm gonna be just Jack. There we go.
And as you can see, I put a shoulder dragon on my shoulder, and he talks when I talk. And I can take him off.
Nice. Why don't I have a shoulder dragon?
I don't know. Because you haven't put one on your shoulder yet?
I guess so. Yeah.
And I have a multi-tool in a little inventory in my hand.
That's very useful.
I got the
Yeah, I still...
to order it.
What?
It's the mailbox, my multi-tool. It is on the iPad.
Interesting. Wait, you just
and I have a
okay, that's
cloud
kind of
variant.
Cool. So it just gives you a different tool when you switch?
Yeah.
Yep. Nice. And I have a cloud variant within my menu where I can put on that. I can put on any tool that's listed.
That's very useful. Yeah, mine
the best part is when I dequip, it's gone.
Nice. Yeah, mine does something similar actually. So right now they are already loaded in because I used them. Right. But basically my tool has been built so I can just put as many tools as I want in it. They're only loaded the first time I actually use them to keep it a bit lighter. Also, hello there. Hope you're doing well.
Hello.
Good.
Yes. I know your username because I figured out that the folder that has the big emoji in my inventory is from you.
Yeah, that folder. That has been spreading around like wildfire.
I mean, it's a very nice folder, by the way, so you know what we're talking about. We're talking about this folder.
Mm-hmm.
Usually this is supposed to be text that just says the name of the folder, but I mean...
Yeah.
Apparently nothing is stopping you from just putting anything there.
Just a bit of magic.
That's actually still text. It's just colored
Yeah, I know.
Unicode.
Yeah. I've messed some with Unicode as well. Also, hello Nordwick.
Hello.
Welcome back. Also, now you're colored. Oh, because you're in VR, I guess. No, wait, you were in VR earlier. Weren't you? Weren't you in
No.
VR earlier? No, okay.
No.
So it's literally just if you're in VR, you're colored. Otherwise, you're just black and white and boring.
Yes.
Nice. Oh, and more people joining. Yay!
Huh. You mentioned you are leaving soon, and that's when everyone shows up.
Yeah, I think we have probably surpassed session singularity, which happens like at some point when enough people join, you become the top ranked session in the session list, and at that point you've lost because then everyone just comes to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome to the workshop anyway, even though it's already probably not gonna be that much longer. We did funny stuff. Nordwick, look, earlier we made a box. We made this box.
Box.
It always rotates in the direction it's being moved in.
Oh, nice.
It always
Yo,
faces
that's
forward. And it resets when you let go. That's a feature, totally not a bug. So yeah, we have probably done a bunch of stuff already today, and I also showed off some fun math there. We did some Bezier curves, explaining some math, showing how beautiful it is that you can just lerp a couple of times and then you have a smooth curve. So I am very happy with the result of my first workshop. So yeah, welcome all. Okay, I see I probably won't be heading to bed anytime soon.
End of the workshop.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm probably not gonna. Also, I'm getting really tangled in my cable here. Wait, I need to quickly fix that. I think I've spun around.
Me right round.
I spun around my own axis a couple too many times. But yeah, it was pretty fun. I'm very happy.
Nice.
And I hope you all enjoy Neos and have a good time.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, I'm not sure if I'm already completely shutting down. I'm just not. Well, I think I'm gonna at least stop the stream for now.
I'm probably gonna hop off
So-
because I'm starting to sweat through my haptic vest.
So I am going to at
Even though I
least
have
say
my
goodbye to the
AC
stream
on.
people.
So
Goodbye,
I'll catch
stream
you later,
people.
Jack.
Okay, bye. Have a good time. And you too, stream people. Goodbye.
Do you want to ask something?
No, the session is gonna stay open. You don't have to head off. I'm just closing the stream. I'm not closing the session yet.